I've been wanting to do this for so freaking long. I'm so excited. It's been sitting in the back of my head. I'm so drawn to plein air paintings because I feel like when you look at them, it's not just about technical skills and it's not just about copying what you see. There's a mood to them. There's like a whole vibe, and I just love how a painter is able to capture that. Because sometimes I feel like in real life, you see such things that are just so freaking beautiful, and then you take your phone out to take a photo because you want to remember it or maybe paint it for later, but the photo just doesn't do it justice. I feel like that's just one of the joys of being an artist. We have the ability to not just capture what we see, but capture the feeling of it, the mood, the tone, just everything that sometimes cameras just won't catch. And we're able to record that to keep throughout history. And I think that's just such a beautiful part about being an artist. That's why I just feel so happy that I was blessed to be an artist, blessed with the itch or the whatever it is that makes me want to just do this in the first place. Plein air. So painting from life, really. Painting outdoors. I feel like I should have did a little Google search on exactly what plein air is, because to me it's really just painting from life. I don't know if that is only limited to painting nature from life, but I intend to paint all kinds of things from life. I'm gonna nature, still lifes, everything. Pretty much just being out and about, especially like in the summertime. I don't want to sit here, be stuck in the studio. I want to get outside. I just have such an urge to be outside. And lately, everything that I see, every time I look around, everything looks so beautiful. Even a regular bush, the shades of greens look so beautiful. The sky just looks gorgeous when dusk comes and people put their lights on at their homes, the way the light reflects on the grass and the way the color shifts, like this bluish periwinkle tone in the sky. Oh, everything's just so beautiful. That's why I'm so intrigued and I just want to do it for myself. I want to see what it's like. I know that the first painting probably won't be perfect. It's probably going to look terrible, but that's okay because it's about growing and just building up the skill. I'm never going to be able to do it if I don't start and don't try. So today's the day to get to it. But first, I have to pack up all the stuff. This took a lot of preparation and planning because there's a lot of things that you need to get started, you know, to go out there and paint comfortably. I mean, you probably could just go out with your paints and make it work regardless of whatever you have. You have a palette, you could just go out there and do it. But I wanted the proper setup. For Christmas, actually, and this is how long I've been like thinking about this for so long. My lovely husband got me a pochade box. I definitely wanted to show you guys before I mess it up with all my paints and everything. It's a wooden box. It has a palette right inside of it, ready to go. It's acrylic white palette. And then it has these brackets here that you can easily put why am I not thinking of the word? What is it called? The thing you paint on? A panel. You could put a panel right here. It fits right in. And I believe it could fit up to, I want to say like, is this 16 inches maybe? I think it could fit up to 16 inches. I could be wrong. I will double check, but it extends and it's really nice. It folds right there. Nice and easy. But when you buy this thing, this is all it comes with. You can buy additional accessories for it. What you do need for this, if you want to have it propped up on something, is a tripod. There's like the little hole back here that attaches to a tripod, which I'm going to attach right now. This setup could get a little bit heavy, so you want to make sure that you have like a good tripod, like a nice heavy duty one. Actually, medium duty should be fine too. You just don't want anything too flimsy because the last thing you want is to get all set up, start painting, and then the whole thing topples over. Imagine, I'd be pissed. All right, so this is the little mounting plate that comes with the tripod. I'm gonna put that here, attach it to this first, and then it's gonna go directly onto the tripod. I am already loving it. I'm just gonna rotate it around so that way these tripod legs are like not gonna get in the way of my legs right here. And then make sure everything is nice and tight. And this is good. I'm doing like a little test run right now at my studio because I don't want to be outside like an idiot, fumbling around, forgetting things. So let's make sure we got everything ready to go and let's open it. That is a beauty. It's really sturdy. The craftsmanship is really, really nice. It's ready to go. You can put your paint on it. The whole size of this thing is 11 by 14. This is the largest size that they have. It does come in smaller sizes. I like to work big. I'm so used to working on a big palette. So I kind of wanted like this bigger size. So then of course, I had to get some accessories for this beautiful, lovely pochade box. So I normally paint on a gray glass palette. The palette that's in here is removable, which is nice because you could clean it and you can switch it out. So it comes with a white acrylic palette and it's really nice quality. I mean, I could even use this. I just prefer to paint on gray. So I decided to go for the gray glass because that's what I paint on in my studio. But they also do have gray acrylic, which I think is a slightly bit cheaper than the gray glass, but I don't think it's a like significant price difference. I just prefer the glass, to be honest. Right, let's get this open. Should not be using my palette knife to open this, but I'm going to. It's heavier though. So if you're going to be like taking this on the go, just keep in mind that this glass is a bit heavier. That slides right in there. And then this little magnetic piece goes right back in place to lock it in. I love that it's all magnetic. You know, you don't have any screws that you gotta take off and take apart. And the magnets are really strong. They hold really well. And then I need a little spot to put my paintbrushes. So this pochade box also has shelves that you can purchase separately to attach on either side of it, like this. So you can have one side or both sides, and everything connects with the magnet as well. So it comes with like this bracket right here, and then here goes the actual shelf. And it's nice because the shelf has these grooves in it to kind of hold your paintbrushes in place. So this goes like that, connected with the magnets. And then this part slips right underneath and hooks right along this little edge right here. To be honest with you, I should have just gotten one first, just to kind of see if I needed both sides, because the stuff is not cheap. But look at that, it's so good. And then these brackets right here, this is what holds in, and this is all magnetic as well, so it comes right in and out. But this is what holds your panels. Let me just show you. This is a panel that I still have to put some linen on. I'm gonna mount some linen to it. But see, it holds the panels just like that. So good. If you have smaller panels, it fits in perfectly. Well, that's the lowest that goes, but this can actually be raised to your liking. So you can bring it up higher. Yeah, put it in like that. But another cool accessory that I got for this was because I like to paint on stretch canvas as well. So I can actually take these guys out. These are removable. And then I got the canvas bracket. So that way it can hold a canvas that I believe the canvas could be up to 1 inch. I don't think it holds like the super thick canvases, but that's not me because usually that's all I paint with. And they're magnetic as well. It goes right in there. And then I have an 11 by 14 canvas, and let's see if that fits. Yeah, it fits perfectly. So I got my lovely little pochade box set up, and just to start up alone is making me really hyped to get out there and start painting. I'm just so excited. But I started thinking about, okay, what else do I need to paint with? So I usually paint with some mediums. I found this little gadget thing on Amazon, and it's nice because it has these two little sections, these two little cup holders and a clamp down here so I can clamp onto the edge. And I could put my linseed oil on one side, and then I could put some Gamsol on the other side. Apparently it's leak proof as well. I haven't used it yet. I sure hope it is, but I will put it in a Ziploc bag just in case. And I just like how I can easily just clamp it on nice and tight to the edge. I might just want to like take this off first because I feel like I need to put a little pressure on it. Okay, so I just spent forever trying to get this little thing to attach onto the edge of one of my things, and it's too narrow. So, I mean, I do have other options though. I'm probably just gonna put it right back here and just let it hang out right there in that little nook and call it a day. Then I got this box, and this box is a hard box to hold my very expensive paintbrushes. I don't want any kind of container that's gonna get the tips bent out of shape. I like spend a lot of time taking care of my brushes the same way I take care of my dang curls. So I got a nice, good protective box to store them in. Right, let's get this open. And I like how it has this little thing in here to kind of grip the brushes so they're not just flying all around. I don't want them touching. I don't want them rolling around and having a party while I'm traveling. So that's perfect. I love this case. Next thing on my list of things I need to bring with me is a way to clean my paintbrushes. I need a little container to hold my mineral spirits, my Gamsol. If you have one of these, this will be really handy. This is filled with something right now that is not mineral spirit, so I'm not gonna be using it. Instead, I just got a regular little glass jar. Let's get that filled up with some Gamsol. That should be good. So now this is probably the hardest part, deciding what colors am I gonna bring with me. And I was thinking to myself, like, should I make myself just paint with a limited palette for this? So that way I don't gotta cart around so many colors, but I got so used to all of my colors. I don't wanna eliminate any just yet. So I got this little case right here. And it's nice because it expands pretty big. And I'm gonna see how many colors fit in this. I'm gonna try to bring the main colors that I use mostly. And then I think as I gain experience from continuing to practice this plein air and paint over and over, I can start to kind of eliminate some colors that I don't really use often. But for now, I think I feel more comfortable just like packing up as many colors that I need to. So I'm not gonna limit myself just yet. I 100% know that I'm gonna be needing some titanium white. I have such a bad habit of not covering the paint when I'm done painting. This is why this case is gonna be the designated paint case. So I'm not worried about getting like paint and stuff inside of it. I am going to pack my cadmium lemon. Look at the tip of this. Why do you do this? It's never gonna close now. It's probably all, ugh. Why can't I just be normal? There's a new color that I started using, lead tin yellow. Absolutely a must. I love me some lead tin yellow. I'm gonna use vermilion instead of cadmium orange. I don't think I need both. Should I bring the cadmium red or no? I'm gonna leave the cadmium red and I'm just gonna use my permanent red. Oh, umber. No, not umber yet. Siennas. Yellow ochre. All right, yellow ochre pale. Naples. Yeah, I really like Naples. How many yellows am I gonna pack? Okay, I'm gonna have to narrow this down. Gonna have to narrow it down. Do I need cadmium yellow and cadmium lemon? I'm gonna leave the cadmium lemon and I'm gonna bring the cadmium yellow. All right, I got vermilion, permanent red, transparent red oxide, Van Dyke brown, yellow ochre pale, and raw sienna, and Naples yellow. I do like Naples yellow. I'm gonna keep the Naples yellow. All right, I absolutely need an ultramarine blue. Ooh, Viridian. I'm so excited to paint with Viridian. Transparent red oxide, let's squeeze that in there. Van Dyke brown. I'm gonna take the yellow ochre pale. I'm gonna leave the raw sienna. Burnt carmine, it's like a darker red. Let's bring the burnt sienna just in case. I do like this green gold color though. I'm gonna bring that just in case. I'm gonna bring this cobalt violet. I think I should be pretty good with my colors. Let's see if I could get this thing to close. Paint is ready. In this little tiny bag is an actual chair. It's a small stool. It's so small. I mean, the only thing is like, it's really low to the ground. I mean, I don't know about that actually, but we shall see. It's really low. There we go. And let's see. Look at me. Ooh. Honestly, I really just think it depends on where I'm painting. Like, I just like to be able to sit down and be able to get to focus on my work. Like, if I'm standing around, I feel like I can't really focus or get into it. The chair is pretty comfy, actually, and it's a nice little setup. Okay, I have one more accessory that I want to show you guys that I got for this thing, and it is this clip-on LED lights. Because I want to actually paint scenes that are a little bit darker. I don't necessarily always want to paint in the bright sunlight. So I got this light on here to help illuminate my palette and what I'm painting, but be able to keep what I'm seeing still darkened so I can see it in its natural state. Let me actually turn off the lights so we can see. I think that's gonna work really good. I can bend it down too so it goes a little bit lower. And what I like about it as well is I can change the warmth of it. That's really cool, actually. I don't think I'll be using any of those colors. Like, that's way too warm. I'm not sure what exactly someone's gonna use that for. I mean, maybe like reading in the dark, I don't know. But that's perfect. I think that's gonna be plenty of light to illuminate my small space if I'm painting in the dark. So I think I'm good to go. I think I got a pretty solid setup going on here. I just gotta pack everything up in my backpack. And the next step is to decide what am I gonna paint first. I'm gonna do it right here on this 11 by 14 canvas that I have. I do think that I'm gonna do some painting in my mom's backyard actually, because one thing that I don't want is spectators. I don't wanna go into a public place where I'm gonna feel nervous because people are gonna start watching, and I'm not ready for that yet. The only other thing I'm worried about too is the mosquitoes and the bugs. Those are my two biggest fears, I think, with plein air painting, is the people who want to watch and bugs. So we'll see what happens when we get out there. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you subscribe so that we can be notified when part 2 comes out, when we actually start painting.